All right, welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a 2023 Volkswagen Jetta GLI. Let's see what it's got to offer. All right, coming up immediately to the front end, you can see we have these nice headlights that kind of, they're daytime LED headlights that go just around the main headlight, which is super nice. Again, that red and black paint is so nice, but the vents down here are a little bit useless. They're just for design, and it's a little bit different shade of red. I'm actually just noticing that now. You can see how much ice we've had during the winter. It's been wintering like crazy here. It's kind of cased in ice, this front diffuser, but it's still really, really nice and really useful. You have a big GLI badge here because you want people to know you spent the most money on the best Volkswagen Jetta GLI you can get. So here it is, taking a look now. Let's move along to the side here. You can have those nice black rims with the nice red brakes. Again, the black and red color, if you're looking at the Jetta GLI, I recommend this black and red color, and the GLI badging is everywhere. You can see it on the side. You can see here we have these one-touch unlock and lock buttons, and it's just a little bit out. You can see that, so that way it doesn't freeze too much in the winter. So far, I've been able to use it the whole time. Coming along to the back now, where you have the big rear diffuser, twin tip exhaust as well, which is super cool to look at, and a big rear diffuser, like I said, super nice. Let's pop the trunk here and see how much room we got in there. There's my dog seat, tripod, but a good amount of space for a sedan of this size. No complaints there at all. You can fold the seats down here with these tabs right here, no problem, and you'd have just a bunch of space. Really, really well done with that side of things. You have a nice little hidden camera that's right here. It's a little bit dirty, but not as dirty if it was out in the open, so good news there. Nice little rear spoiler here too. I'm going to call it a spoiler because if I shoot from this angle, it's kind of up and slanted, and it's black too, so it's nice to have too. All right, so there you have is the exterior of the Volkswagen Jetta GLI. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior and see what that has to offer. All right, on the interior now of the Volkswagen Jetta GLI, and I think the first thing that stands out to you is the steering wheel. Super nice feeling, leather wrapped and everything. The only thing I don't like is there's no physical buttons. You've got these haptic things that you kind of push and it will give you feedback. And you can see we've been bamboozled again with the heated steering. There is none. You can see right there, if I zoom in close enough, you can see that there is a button, but it's not highlighted. It's not illuminated because you can't get it. It doesn't come with the Jetta. It doesn't come on the Jetta at all. So unfortunately, no heated steering, but this interior is super nice, especially in the price point at like the starting price point of 40K. You have this nice split up interior that's not boring. I don't find it boring at all. Usually I'm not a fan of black interiors, but they've done a really good job at mixing things up here. It's not all one color. It's got a bit of red, bit of accent in here as well. You got dual zone automatic climate control, heated seats for the passenger as well, which is standard, but still nice to see. I really love this shifting knob too. It'll actually show you what drive mode you're in, and it's big. It feels good in the hand. It's super nice. There's some missing buttons down here on the center gauge here, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I guess they had to cut some corners somewhere. Engine start stop button is in an interesting place. It's here, and it's actually quite ergonomic to have it here instead of up here on the dash. You can see here we have the gauge cluster right here where we have a bunch of different options that I can switch into whenever I want. I can also change my view, whatever you want. It doesn't allow customization to the point that we saw in the Mercedes, but it still allows you to kind of see different aspects and different things. I like that one. I think that one is the best, but you can choose whatever you want. You got a nice little GLI badge here again. The nice door trims as well. Like, I mean, check that out. Look at that. Look at the differential. Like, I mean, it is all black, but there is some red in there. So I'll take it. I will take it, Volkswagen. Great job there. Leather seats as well. Super nice. No complaints. Plenty of storage. You got a little storage cup here. Nice glove compartment. Little glasses part here where you can store it. You have an 8-inch infotainment display. It's good enough, and it's driver facing, so that it's kind of tilted just a little bit towards the driver, and you like that. It does have sensor controls where you can do this on the main screen and it will kind of pick up your hand moving. It doesn't always work, so just keep that in mind. It is there though if you want it. That has been a quick tour of the interior, exterior. Let's take it on the road. Let me strap that GoPro to my head and let's see how it does on the road in these nice winter conditions. All right, so on the road with the Volkswagen Jetta GLI, in a little bit of snow here. You can see that the streets have not been great, and that's what I've been dealing with literally all week. So I'll talk about that first. We'll start exactly where we are, right? In the winter, you have your biggest disadvantage with this car is the fact that it is a all-wheel drive car. I mean, not a all-wheel drive car. It is a front-wheel drive car only. So you are stuck at the mercy of your snow tires, and you must get good snow tires if you plan to own this car and live in a climate where it does this, what feels like 6 months out of the year. Please get a bunch of good snow tires on your car, and you should be fine if you do that. I don't think you'll have too much of an issue. I don't know why that guy's going so slowly, but it's not actually that bad out here. I doubt I have more grip than a Subaru. I can feel myself sliding a little bit right now, like, so my right front tire is like really slipping, and I can feel that through the steering wheel and through just the seat here. But once I get onto solid road, the car will pick up. So it's just about managing your speed, right? Because your wheels will spin a lot. It spins a lot from just going from a complete stop, and a little bit of ABS pumping and braking, just a little bit in the winter, but it's nothing terrible. It's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. It's way better than my 2018 Elantra did. So you know what, I'd take this over that, and the snow tires are decent as well, so that's going to be important, like I said. Just rip it. It's kind of a nice view here, just, you know, being able to rip this car right through the curves here like that. That's so fun. Just to be able to do that. And like, so this car handles quite well. It is a more sport oriented car. The base Jetta will probably not handle as good as this one is, but I really like the way that this one handles, especially in like its sport mode. I'm in custom mode right now. I'll talk about that in a second. This car handles super well. Like, so there's not been much oversteer, not much understeer either, because I've been locked, like I said, at like 40 kilometers an hour, because I don't really want to go too fast in this car and end up wrapped around a tree because I took a risk in the winter. It's not worth it, and this car doesn't belong to me, so I'm kind of stuck at, you know, doing whatever I have to do, and that's it. So, but it handles well in the winter, and when the roads are like this and plowed, there's absolutely no difference. You don't slip at all, really. I mean, it's like the roads are dry. It handles wet roads with no issue. It's just a lot of packed snow. You might have a slight bit of wheel spin, but it's okay. So drive modes, I can press a button here, and you'll see on the screen here, you got your Eco, Normal, Sport, Comfort, and Custom. And Custom I always drive in. Custom is because you can change literally every aspect of the car. You can change your limited slip differential, which yes, this car has. You can change your dampers. Again, yes, this car has that too, which is super nice. With just over 224 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, this car, with its dampers and everything like that, and starting at around the 40K price, is really, really good, considering everything you get. Like last week, I think we saw the contrast of, you know, you pay more but you get less. This week we're seeing the exact opposite, where you pay less and you get more. Besides the heated steering, it doesn't have that. There's a button. You got bamboozled. You can't see it, but it doesn't work. Let me turn that off. It doesn't work. So unfortunately, you're stuck without a heated steering, which sucks. Volkswagen, please, if you're watching this video, include that. She's not going. The limited slip differential on this car really works well. It really helps the overall handling, and you can change whether that's in comfort. You can change so many aspects of what you can do in comfort mode, sorry, not in comfort mode, but in custom mode. You can change so many different things in that mode that it's like it kind of allows you to customize the car exactly how you want it to drive it. So you can play around with those modes as you own the car and have the driving style tuned to you. This car has, talking about tuning the car to you, it has memory seats on the side here. I can press a button and boom, I can have a second driver profile, one driver profile, or even 3 driver profiles, which is incredible. Again, in this price point, really, really good job. They've really given us a lot in such a small car. Not a small car, but in such a good price point. Now, I haven't been able to test the performance so much, but I will kind of let off the throttle here. And if you can see, I have this nice little shifter, which we mentioned in the interior tour, that if I push it back one more like this, it'll change the whole drive mode into full sport. So there's no need to press the button. You can do it right on the fly. If you need to pass a semi or pass some slow traffic, pop it into sport, and you'll see once I get down at the bottom of this hill, you will have no problem passing traffic in this. So just coming around the corner here, and let's roll on the power and full power, full power, full power, full power. There it is. As you can see, there's like a slight delay when I put the pedal to the floor, but it has enough torque in the car to absolutely push you back in your seat, which you're not expecting. The car doesn't necessarily look like it could do that. It does have a sporty front end, rear is sporty too, but you know, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have that ability to absolutely pound you in the back of your seat just a little bit. It's not like EV where you're like plastered to the back of your seat, but it will get you back there. It will throw you back there, and without there's a slight turbo lag, just very, very slight. When you put it full power, it's like it kind of is like, oh, you want full, and then it throws you, but it's good. It's good enough. This car does have something interesting called gesture controls. I don't know if I can trigger it while my eyes aren't on it, but you're supposed to be able to do this, and it's supposed to change the screen, but oh, there you go. See, now it's caught my hand and now it's doing it. I don't know how well that's going to show on the camera, but it does have gesture controls, and you can change your Bluetooth music with that. But it's cool, but it doesn't work very well at all. It doesn't, like, as you can see, it takes a while to detect that my hand is even there. So if you ever see somebody in their Jetta just absolutely flailing their hand around, they're trying to use gesture controls. They're not trying to orchestrate a symphony. Just keep that in mind. The ride quality on this car is what impresses me the most. Although it has a lot of features and different things like that, but what impresses me the absolute most is the ride quality, the sheer comfort of it. You can put your dampers, because they are adaptive, which is incredible. Like, I don't think people are going to give that enough credit, but I definitely am going to in this video. That having dampers, adaptive dampers in a car that's worth this much is such a plus. It's such a plus because it makes the ride quality easy, especially in Quebec. I think everybody in Quebec should visit a chiropractor, especially people without adaptive dampers or some type of smooth ride quality in their car, because Quebec roads are absolutely crap. They're like the worst. I don't know, I haven't driven too many other places, but they're so bad, right? And this car just kind of helps that. It's got SUV quality damping in it. It's got SUV quality ride quality, which I wasn't expecting at all. It was the thing that surprised me the most, but they have it and it works well, and it's nice to see. So Volkswagen has done an incredible job there. We got nice little, you can hear the nice little downshifts. I don't know if it's pumped in audio. This car does have pumped in audio. I don't know if my microphone is picking that up. It should though, because it's kind of loud. It is pumped in. You got the Beats audio system, and that's why it's so great. That's why the sound is so bassy, because I didn't even know Beats did audio systems, but I do now, and I hope they continue, because let me tell you, I can tell you for a 100% fact that Beats audio beats that Mercedes audio system, whatever it was, I can't remember, by a long shot. And you're talking about a 75K car and a 40K car. That's insane that the sound system in this car would be better. It is better. It is so much better. I enjoy it so much. I like crank it to half and it's like full volume. My floor is vibrating. So if you're into like the R&B rap stuff that has like bassy stuff, you're gonna love this sound system. Absolutely love it. It was so fun to hear and like just cruise around with that. So on road trips, like you can absolutely, I don't think you're gonna fall asleep. You can crank this thing to the max. So like I said, in the interior as well, these little things here, these little button controls on the steering wheel are usable. I haven't had any glitches. They are haptic feedback stuff, so it's not been terrible, but I would take physical buttons any day because they don't look the greatest. I feel like the steering wheel looks so good, and then it's kind of dragged down by these little things. But I guess they have to cut corners somewhere. They want to make it cheap so that they can afford all the materials and everything like that. So it's not going to stop me from buying this car. This car is high on the list. I think it's one of the best in-class sedans that you can get for 2023 so far. It's impressed me that much that it's high on my list. The only reason why I wouldn't buy it is because it's not an electric vehicle. I'm looking for an electric vehicle to be my next car. If this was electric, it might be game over. It might be game over. I might have went out and bought one if it was electric like this. So Volkswagen could come up. They have the electric technology. They have some electric vehicles, which I hope I can get my hands on soon for you guys, but they do have some. So you never know. We could see an electric Jetta in the future. But I think that's just about gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you thought of the Jetta GLI. Let me know if you're in the market for a Jetta GLI or you own one of the previous ones. I think the same engine GLI or Jetta is in this, like, they share engines. I don't think they changed much, which I would have liked to see more power, but we didn't get it. It's fine. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I helped you make a decision on buying this car, or if you're gonna go now and test drive this car. I love to know that stuff. If my opinion helps you at all, that's what my goal is. Thank you so much for subscribing. We recently hit over 120 subscribers. That is an absolute dream come true. So please let me know. And with that, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.